Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Computer and Information Sciences, SOCIS, Master of Computer Applications, MCA, New, Semester 2, MCS to 20 Web Technologies, Block 1 Web Application Development using J2EE, Unit 1 Introduction to J2EE, Architecture and Design Pattern, 1.0 Introduction. You are well aware of the Java programming language, which is an object-oriented programming language. Java technology provides the specific environment in which Java programming language applications run. The J2EE platform provides runtime environment for developing and running large-scale, multi-tiered online web and internet applications. This unit will give you an introduction of J2EE and its architecture. Also in this unit you will be introduced to some well-known design patterns. Design patterns give ready-made explanations, solutions or templates to commonly occurring problems in the programming language. Design patterns are the best solutions that are tested and verified prototypes that can speed up your development process. There are many design patterns, but it is not possible to cover all patterns in this course. This unit covers MVC, repository, singleton, factory design, patterns and some important terms, including web server and web container. This unit will also provide you with the skill and process to package Java application. Project to jar war and deploy your application in Tomcat. The next Unit 2 and 3 of this block will give you detailed discussions on servlet, programming and session management in web applications. Unit 4 of this block will provide you with a basic understanding of Java Server Pages, JSP, components that make an entire JSP page, Java Bean, custom tag, and many other concepts used in JSP. After studying this block, you will be able to use design patterns and build your Java application using data retrieval and data storage in servlets, JSP programming, and their deployment in Tomcat. 1.1 Objectives. After going through this unit, you should be able to differentiate between web server and web container. Know about design patterns and different types of design patterns, explain where and why singleton pattern is used, explain factory method design pattern and how to implement it, know the difference between jar and war files and packaging of Java application to jar war file, and deploy Java application as war file. 1.2 Web server and web container. You are well aware about web applications and you have opened many web applications on the internet. Assume that you have filled a form on this and received a response from them. This communication between you and web application are fulfilled using HTTP request and HTTP response with HTTP protocol and method. You can study much more about these in the next unit of this block. When you write your program in a programming language such as Servlet and JSP, this will be covered in detail in Unit 2, 3 and Unit 4 of this block. You will be using some other terms like web server and web container in addition to HTTP request and response. This section describes you about the web server and web container. Web server is a server software that handles HTTP requests and responses to deliver web pages or web content to clients, i.e. web browser, using HTTP protocol. Web browser communicates with web server using the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP. Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, is specially meant to communicate between client and server using web or internet. To successfully execute web application, the number of server-side technologies such as JSP, servlets and PHP and their libraries are installed on the web server. Without these libraries, a web server cannot execute those server technologies-based applications. In other words, we may say that the web server creates an execution infrastructure for the server technologies. An example of web server is Apache HTTP server, Web container is a web server component that handles servlets, Java server pages, JSP, files, and other web tier components. Web container is also called a servlet, container, or servlet engine. It is the responsibility of the web container to map a URL to a particular servlet. Also, web container ensures that the mapped URL requester has the correct access rights. It means that it provides the runtime environment to web applications. The most common web containers are Glassfish, Eclipse, JBoss's, Apache Tomcat, WebSphere, and WebLogic. For deployment and running the JSP servlets, we need a compatible web server with a servlet container. You can know more about the Java 2 Enterprise Edition, J2EE, and its uses in Java programming in the next section. 1.3 Introduction to J2EE. In the previous section, you have learned about the two most important terms web server and web container, which are required for Java programming. Through this section, you know about the Java 2 Enterprise Edition, J2EE. You are well aware about Core Java or Java Standard Edition, JavaSE. JavaSE provides all core functionalities of Java programming language. Java technology is used as a programming language as well as a platform. A Java platform provides a specific environment in which Java applications run. The Java Enterprise Edition platform resides on top of the Java Standard Edition platform. The J2EE platform is a set of services, application programming interfaces, APIs, and protocols. J2EE is used to develop and deploy multi-tier web-based enterprise applications using a series of protocols and application programming interfaces. APIs. J2EE contains several APIs such as Java Servlets, Java Server Pages, JSP, Enterprise Java Beans, EJB, Java Database Connectivity, JDBC, Java Message Service, JMS, Java Naming and Directory Interface, JNDI, and so on. The J2EE application model divides applications into three basic parts like components, containers, and connectors. The application developers works on the components part, whereas system vendors are responsible for implementing containers and connectors. Containers act as a mediator between clients and components by providing services like transaction support and resource pooling. Connectors provide bidirectional communication between J2EE components and enterprise systems. Below in Figure 1, you can depict the functioning of J2EE model. A J2EE application contains four components or tiers: presentation, application, business, and resource adapter components. The presentation component is the client-side component that is visible to the client and runs on the client's server. The application component is web-side layer that runs on the J2EE server. The business component is the business layer, which includes server-side business logic such as Java Beans, and it is also run on the J2EE server. The resource adapter component comprises an enterprise information system. When you develop J2EE application, you may find J2EE clients such as a web client, an application client, wireless clients, or Java Web Start-enabled clients. For running J2EE application, you need a J2EE container, which is a server platform. Java component can be run on this container using APIs provided through the web container and EJB container. The EJB container is a server platform used for controlling the execution of Enterprise Bean. Also, the EJB container job is to provide local and remote access to Enterprise Beans. For creating complex applications, you can use J2EE frameworks like Struts, Spring, and Hibernate, which will you read in Block 2 of this course. 1.4 Design Patterns. The previous section has given you an introductory lesson on the Java 2 Enterprise Edition, J2EE. This section gives a detailed description of the design patterns and Their types and uses in Java. Design patterns are the best solutions that are tested, verified, developed prototypes that can speed up your development process. When you may face problems during software development, the design patterns gives you explanations for those problems. Experienced developers have developed these explanations to provide the finest solutions to the problems. It is also beneficial for unexperienced software developers to learn software design in a simpler manner. The concept of design pattern has been initiated by four authors collectively known as GOF, Gang of Four. And they have published a book, Design Patterns, Elements of Reusable Object-Oriented Software, on this concept. Design patterns provides a general reusable solution to commonly occurring problems. It is not a complete design that can be directly mapped into your code and solve your purpose. It is just like a template or explanation for how to solve your problems. It offers a common platform for all software developers. There are 23 classic design patterns and they are categorized into three groups: creational, structural, and behavioral. The creational design patterns deal with the creation of an object. Structural design patterns deal with the class structure, and the behavioral design patterns define the interaction between objects. Creational design patterns. The creational design patterns provide a way to deal with the creation of an object and define 5 design patterns such as abstract factory, builder, factory, prototype, and singleton pattern, from which to like singleton and factory design pattern are to be discussed below. The abstract factory design pattern allows to create families of related objects. This pattern permits us to create a factory for factory classes. The builder design pattern provides a valuable solution to many object creation problems in object-oriented programming. The objective of this pattern is to separate the creation of a complex object from its representation. The prototype design pattern allows us to produce new objects by cloning an existing object using a clone method. This pattern is useful when a particular resource is costly to create or when the abstract factory pattern is not preferred. Structural design patterns. The structural design patterns are related to the creation of class and object structure. These patterns define 7 design patterns: adapter, bridge, composite, decorator, facade, flyweight, and proxy. The adapter design pattern provides a way to work as a link between two unrelated interfaces. The object that links these incompatible or unrelated interfaces is called an adapter. So, the adapter design pattern permits the interface of an existing class to be used as another interface. The adapter pattern is generally used to make available the existing classes for others without changing their source code. The objective of the bridge design pattern is to decouple an abstraction from its implementation so that the TWO can perform independently. The bridge uses object-oriented program (MING) principles such as encapsulation, aggregation, and inheritance to separate duties into different classes. This pattern is useful when the class and its functionality vary a lot. The composite design pattern defines a pool of objects that are to be treated as a single object. The decorator design pattern is used to change the functionality of an object at runtime. The facade design pattern is used to generating wrapper interfaces on top of existing interfaces, and it hides the complications of the system and arranges a simpler interface to the client application. The flyweight design pattern moderates the cost of generating and controlling a large number of related objects. The proxy design pattern is used as a procurator or placeholder for another object to regulate the access and reduce cost as well as reduce complexity. Behavioral design patterns. The third design patterns category is behavioral, which defines 11 design patterns: chain of responsibility, command, interpreter, iterator, mediator, memento, observer, state, strategy, template method, and visitor. They are specifically concerned with the interaction between objects. As the name recommends, the chain of responsibility design pattern builds a chain of receiver objects for a request. This pattern is used where the request sender is disassociated from its receiver based on the type of request. The command design pattern is used to create objects containing information about an action, such as method name, owner of the method, and parameter values necessary to be produced later. As the name suggests, the interpreter design pattern provides an interpreter to deal with language grammar, and it is used to interpret sentences in a language. The iterator design pattern provides a way to access the collection object without revealing its underlying representation. This pattern is frequently used in Java and .NET programming languages. Mediator design pattern provides a communication medium or a mediator class that handles all the communications between different classes. The capability of memento design pattern is used to restore an object to its earlier state. The observer design pattern is beneficial when an object is changed, then you can get notified about the state of the object through this pattern. The state design pattern permits an object to modify its behavior when its inner state is modified. The strategy pattern or policy design pattern allows selecting an algorithm during runtime. The template method design pattern provides a way to create a superclass template method and permit its child classes to provide concrete behavior. The visitor design pattern gives a way to separate an operation from the object structure on which it operates. The basic purpose of this pattern is to define a new operation without modifying the original classes. Besides these design patterns, some more design patterns are also available. The MVC, repository, singleton and factory design patterns are discussed below. 1.4.1 MVC design pattern, Model View Controller, MVC, design pattern is an architectural pattern for web applications. It can be used across many frameworks with many programming languages such as Java, PHP, Python, Ruby, etc. This design pattern is extensively used to design enterprise web applications and mobile applications. The MVC design pattern comprises three layers such as data, presentation, and control information. This pattern requires each of these layers to act independently. The MVC design pattern described three layers such as model, view, and controller. In MVC pattern, M, model, denotes only the pure application data and does not contain any logic for representing data to a user, whereas V, view, is responsible for presenting data to the user. The C, controller, comes between the view and the model layer, and it is responsible for accepting a request from the user, performs interactions on the data model objects, and sends it back to the view layer. The UML diagram of MVC design pattern is depicted in Figure 2. The following example demonstrates to you how MVC design pattern will work. The example contains total of 4 Java files, from which 3 Java files for MVC layers and 1 Java file containing the main method. For defining the MVC pattern, the first Java file is created as University Model, which acts as a model, UnivView as a view that can display university details, and Univ Controller file is responsible for storing the data in Univ object, and UpdateView method updates the data in a UnivView class method. The MVC example file will use Univ Controller file to illustrate the MVC pattern. All files of MVC pattern example containing Java source code are listed below. 1. You can create a university model.java file using the following code: university model.java, public class university model, private string name, private string LOC, public string getName, return name, public void setName, string name. This dot name is equal to name, public string getLoc, return LOC, public void setLoc, string LOC, this dot LOC is equal to LOC, 2. You can create a uniview.java file using the following code: uniview.java, public class uniview, public void display, string univname, string univeloc, system.out.println, university details, system.out.println, name, univname, system.out.println, location, univeloc, 3. You can create a univ controller Java file using the following code: univcontroller.java, public class univcontroller, private university model, private uniview, public univcontroller, university model, uniview, this dot model is equal to model, this dot view is equal to view, public void setunivname, string name, model.setName, name, public string getunivname, return model.getName, public void setunivloc, string loc, model.setLoc, loc, public string getLoc, return model.getLoc, public void update view, view.display, model.getName, model.getLoc, 4. Now, create a mvcexample.java file using the following code: mvcexample.java, public class mvcexample, public static void main, string, args, university model is equal to retrieve data, create a view, to write student details on console uniview is equal to new uniview, controller is equal to new controller, model, view, controller.update view, private static university model retrieve data, versi model university model univ is equal to new university model, univ.setName, IGNU, univ.setLoc, Medan Garhi, return univ, public void setunivloc, string LOC, model.setLoc, LOC, public string getLoc, return model.getLoc, public void update view, view.display, model.getName, model.getLoc, 4. Now, create a mvcexample.java file using the following code: mvcexample.java, public class mvcexample, public static void main, string, args, university model is equal to retrieve data, create a view, to write student details on console, uniview is equal to new uniview, controller is equal to new controller, model, view, controller.update view, private static university model retrieve data, versi model university model univ is equal to new university mode univ.setName, IGNU, univ.setLoc, Medan Garhi, return univ, universi, 1.4.2. Repository design pattern. In plain words, repository means something is deposited in storage. The repository meaning is same as in terms of design pattern, it is related to the data. The repository design pattern is used in data-centric applications. The repository pattern is used to isolate the business logic layer and the data source layers in your application. The repository layer comes between the domain and data mapping layers. As shown in Figure 4, the repository resides in the mid of the client business logic and data source layer. At the data source layer, a database can be kept used. Suppose client business logic wishes a query from data source, then it first goes to repository layer, thereafter repository will send the query to the database, and then repository maps the data to the business entity. Similarly, when client business logic wants to save data in the database, data will not directly go to the database but will go through the repository layer. While using repository pattern, your application's business logic layer need not have any knowledge on data persistence. It means the repository layer provides a way to hide the internal implementation of how data persistence happens. This way it empowers you to replace your data source without changing your business logic. This pattern is useful when you have several entities and complex queries are applied on those entities. This pattern is one of the most popular Java persistence patterns. This pattern is used with JPA and other frameworks. A JPA, Java Persistence API, is a Java specification and defined in javax.persistence package. JPA is used to access and manage persist data between Java object and relational database. JPA can act as a link between object-oriented domain models and relational database systems. Various ORM, object relational mapping, tools such as Hibernate, Spring are used by the JPA for implementing data persistence. Assume that you want to develop a course repository for a university database application. For this, you need persistent data storage for courses where you may add and remove courses and search for them. For using repository design pattern, you can create an interface that defines read and write operations for a specific entity, and this interface is implemented by data store related classes. The UML diagram for such repository is as follows. In the UML diagram, you have seen that there are 4 methods in course repository interface that you can use to find a course by code and name. Save and delete course entity. You can create a course repository interface like the following code and then write a class for implementing course repository interface. If you are using any framework such as Spring Data JPA and Apache Delta Spike Data, then you can only define the repository interfaces, and these frameworks can generate standard repository implementations for you. Also, you can write your own implementation as per the requirements of the implementation complexity of your problem. For running this pattern, you need database connectivity with J2EE framework. The repository design pattern is stronger to you when you will read J2EE frameworks in the next block 2 of this course. Public interface course repository, course get course by code, string code, course get course by name, string name, course save course C, void delete course C. 1.4.3 Singleton design pattern. The singleton pattern is the simplest software design pattern amongst the 23 well-known Gang of 4 design patterns, and it comes under the creational design pattern category, which deals with the creation of an object. As the name suggests, singleton design pattern is used to create only one instance of a class, and all other classes of the application can use this instance. This type of pattern is mostly used in database connection and multi-threaded applications. Singleton pattern is used in logging, caching, thread pools, configuration settings, etc. You can use singleton pattern in other design patterns like abstract factory, builder, facade, prototype, etc. while developing your own solutions to a specific problem. The UML class diagram of singleton pattern is as under: singleton, 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 get instance, singleton. An implementation of this pattern must ensure that only one instance of the singleton class will exist and that instance provides global access to others. While implementing singleton pattern, constructors of the class must be declared as private, and method is defined as public static that returns the instance of the class. The instance is typically stored as a private static variable. The static variable is initialized at some point before the static method is first called. Java core libraries provide many classes which are written using singleton pattern. A few of them are listed below: java.lang.runtime with getRuntime method, java.awt.toolkit with getDefaultToolkit, java.awt.desktop with getDesktop. A sample implementation of singleton design pattern in Java is as follows: public final class singleton. A singleton class should have public visibility, static instance of class globally accessible, private static final singleton instance is equal to new singleton, private constructor, so that class cannot be instantiated from outside this class. Public static singleton get instance, declaration of the method as public static, so that instance can be used by other classes, return instance. The following example illustrates to you how the singleton design pattern works. For this example, UML class diagram is as shown in figure 7. 2. Singleton class, instance, singleton class, get instance, singleton class display, void, returns, used by, singleton example, main, void. This singleton design pattern example contains two classes. One is singleton class, which behaves as singleton class. This class have private constructor and provides a static method to get its static instance to other classes. The second class is singleton example, which use an instance of the singleton class. The implementation of this example is underneath. First, you can create a singleton class as the name of singleton class using the following source code. Singleton class.java, public class singleton class, create an object of singleton class, private static singleton class instance is equal to new singleton class, private singleton class, public static singleton class get instance, return instance, public void display, system.out.println, hello students in sources, IGNOU, create another class called singleton example to get the only instance from the singleton class. The code of this class is listed below. Singleton example.java, public class singleton example, public static void main, string, args, get the instance created by singleton class instance is equal to singleton class.getInstance, instance. Display data, less genuine PLEs, now compile the both classes and run the single example. This example is displayed in following figure 8, administrator, command prompt, C, Java classes, javax singleton class.java C, Java classes, javax singleton example.java C, Java classes, Java singleton example hello students in sources, IGNOU, C, Java classes, figure 4, output screen for singleton example, 1.4.4 factory design pattern, Sigma. In the previous section, the singleton design pattern has been explained. The singleton design pattern belongs to the creational pattern category. As you know, the creational pattern is related to the creation of the object. In this section, you will learn one more design pattern named factory, which also comes in the same category. A factory design pattern or factory method pattern is one of the most used design pattern in Java. It is a creational design pattern which deals with the creation of an object. As per the GOF, this pattern defines an interface or abstract class for creating an object, but subclasses are responsible for creating the instance of the class. The advantage of factory pattern is that it allows the subclasses to choose the type of objects to create. In other words, this pattern is used to create an object where object creation logic is hidden to the client and refers to the newly created object using a common interface. This design pattern is also known as virtual constructor. To implement the factory design pattern, first, you define a factory method inside an interface or abstract class and let the subclass use the above factory method and decide which object to create. Factory design pattern implementation. The following example demonstrates to you how to work factory design pattern. Assume that IGNOU wants to send announcement details of new courses to users. Figure 5. UML diagram for factory design pattern through Facebook, email and SMS. Let's implement this example with the help of the factory design pattern. For implementing this, first, you can design a UML class diagram, and then you can transform this class diagram into source code implementation. UML class diagram for this example using the factory design pattern is shown in figure 9. For implementing the above class diagram, you can create an interface as announcement and 3 concrete classes such as Facebook.java, email.java, and SMS.java. These 3 classes can implement announcement interface. Besides these, you can also create 2 more classes. You can create a factory class announcement factory.java to get an announcement object. Creation of announcement ignou.java class is to use factory class and get an object of a concrete class Now you can follow the steps for the creation and running the example of factory design pattern. First, you can create announcement interface. Public interface announcement, void send MSG. Now, you can create all three classes implementing the same interface as per the following codes. Facebook.java, public class Facebook implements announcement, public void send MSG, system.out.println, sending announcement through Facebook, email.java, public class email implements announcement, public void send MSG, system.out.println, sending announcement as an email, sms.java, public class SMS implements announcement, public void send MSG, system.out.println, sending announcement. Now, you can create a factory class announcement factory.java as code listed below, announcement factory.java. Public class announcement factory, public announcement create announcement, string media, if media is equal to null vertical bar media dot is empty, return null, if Facebook dot equals media, return new Facebook, else if email dot equals media, return new email, else if SMS dot equals media, return new SMS, return null. You can create announcement ignou.java. Using this file, you can use announcement factory class to create and get an object of concrete class. Here you are passing some information as Facebook dot announcement ignou.java, public class announcement ignou, public static void main, string, args, announcement factory and factory is equal to new announcement factory, announcement is equal to and factory dot create announcement, Facebook, announcement dot send MSG. Now, you can compile all the Java files and run announcement ignou as per the following figure 10. This figure is also shown output at the command prompt, g.administrator command prompt, c, Java classes, javac announcement.java, c, Java classes, javac facebook.java, c, Java classes, javac nl.java, c, Java classes, javac sms.java, c, Java classes, javac announcement factory.java, c, Java classes, javac announcement ignou.java, c, Java classes, Java announcement ignou sending announcement through Facebook, c, Java classes, figure 6, compiling an output screen for factory pattern example. Up to now, you have learned about the design patterns, including MVC, repository, singleton and factory, and how to implement these patterns. In the next section, we will learn about the building and deployment of Java J2EE applications, 1.5 building Java application jar and war and deployment in Tomcat. This section will help you to understand about building Java applications to jar and war files and deployment in Tomcat. The following sections describe to you how to create war file, how to deploy war file and how to extract war file. You will find more about the installation process of Apache's Tomcat and running and deployment of your servlets and JSP programs in section 2.7 of Unit 2 of this Block 1. Before an understanding of this description, you will know about the jar and war packaging in Java. Jar packaging, the jar, Java archive, is a package file format. The file extension of jar files is .jar and may contain libraries, resources, and metadata files. Basically, it is a zipped file containing the compressed versions of .class files, compiled Java libraries and applications. You can create a jar file using the jar command like the following. You can also create jar files using IDEs. You can learn more about jar files in reference section of this unit. Jar cf name jar file input file s, where option is used to create a jar file. F option specifies the outputs which go to a file. You can define any file name for a jar file. Using the input file s argument, you can specify a space-separated list of one or more files that you wishes to include in your jar file. War packaging, war, web archive, is used to package web applications. You can deploy on any servlet JSP container. It may contain JSP, servlet, XML, images, HTML pages, CSS files, and other resources. War package combines all the files into a single unit. It takes a smaller amount of time while transferring file from client to server. The extension of war files is .war needs a server to execute a war file. The following sections describe to you how to create, deploy and extract war file. Create war file. You can create war file using jar tool of JDK or IDEs. You can use C option of jar to create the war file. For creating war file, you can go inside the project application directory, outside the webinf folder, then write command like the following, jar cvf projectname.war, where C option is used to create file, V to generate the verbose output and F to specify the archive file name. The asterisk symbol indicates that all the files of this directory, including subdirectory, the following figure 11 is displayed creation process of war file, administrator, command prompt, C, program files Apache Software Foundation Apache Tomcat 7.8.37 Web Apps X, jar cuff project.var, added manifest, adding, JSP, innate.